Welcome back to another recap of the Monique and Derek experience. No, Love After Lockup recap.
Okay, but wait, before we get into Love After Lockup, baby. Life After Lockup?
I can't wait.
It's about to be
Every
time. Okay?
Every time
They
I'm
know how
like,
to they know how to hook our asses right back.
yeah, I'm like, every time I want to be like, Jay, we gotta end this at some point.
I
We gotta
know.
move on from that. But that preview looped me right back in, minus Brittany and Marcelino and their fake wedding, that fake story. I don't.
Oh, I didn't even see them in the clip.
Yeah, they're coming back too. Because remember they moved to Florida.
They lost integrity.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Not because he cheated, but because they created a fake storyline and they didn't need to.
Yeah, they didn't. They just needed to pay to move to Florida, which whatever. Yeah. All right, let's get this dog and pony show on the road.
All right,
let's
start with Tammy Wyatt, because theirs was short.
Oh, okay, yeah. This reminds me of quarantine when everybody was at home and their kids was wearing them out.
Yep.
So,
and I said, his poor children be sitting up here watching this show with all these children climbing all over him, and they can't be near their father.
That's real West Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were right. They are Guyanese and
called it
Puerto Rican or Dominican. I want to say that. I think it was Guyanese or Dominican. Somebody sent a shout out to the subscriber follow Agent of Chaos to send us that.
Yes, Agent of Chaos. I knew the daddy definitely Guyanese.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's trying to work while he's, being, guardian, because kids, every kid in this episode was like, I'm not calling them daddy.
I hope that was the name of the episode. I didn't see what the name of the episode was.
No, it's called Red Flag After Red Flag.
I would call it, I'm not calling you daddy.
Yeah, I'm not calling you daddy.
He was deep in his creativeness, is what he was doing.
Mm-hmm. And just when we were dragging him last week for not having tangible hopes and dreams and ambitions,
I forgot about the sneakers.
Well, no, this isn't tangible at all. It's a sneaker line because
it's a drug front.
Yeah. Well, there's only so many Fallas locations or like WSSs so you can buy the sneakers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they all look like LeBron sneakers.
LeBron James, they do. And they look like LeBrons mixed with Yeezys, mixed with Balenciagas, mixed with...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like all like shit you would find on a complex.
Yeah.
Anywho, the kids are driving him up the wall, and he was like, I'm going to call your mama. And the other Michael was like, don't be no snitch.
That's in my notes. LMAO, because I hollered.
Yeah.
I was like, not this kid telling him, you better observe street code, nigga. You know better than that.
Exactly. Up here snitching and shit. That's weak shit. So, he calls her, and she's at the Walgreens, or whatever. I feel like whatever they are, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Where they have like Eckerd's, Wallbounds.
I don't know, CVS,
Piggly Wiggly.
I don't know. Rite Aid. They have the Rite Aids.
I just feel like they have like general stores where she's at,
And she got COVID.
Yeah, so it's because she's up here, my throat is tingly. She needs some of that immunity pulp you be making.
Oh yes, nature's penicillin. Tried and true, nigga.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, she gets 2 pregnancy tests because she feels like she might be pregnant. Mind you, he ain't been out that long.
Yeah, but they're both fertile myrtles.
Yeah, they both have hella kids, so.
Yeah.
Anywho, she gets home you know, they have real family life. Like, kids is asking for shit before dinner, knowing damn well she gonna say no.
And she's what? A mother.
It's like, no, we having dinner in a minute. Get your feet off the couch. Like, all that. And she go upstairs, and he's trying to be like, I don't like you working. I want you to quit and work for me. No, you can't handle the children, so you want her to be at home.
And no, queen, don't give up that insurance. I see you in those scrubs. I know that you got health insurance. Don't give that up for this nigga in these sneakers.
And sometimes your job is your escape. Listen, sometimes work is freedom, and they have nothing to do with the paycheck. You heard? So she's like, "Oh, I might be pregnant. I don't know," and she takes a test, and that's it.
Let's go ahead and get this out the way.
Gabby and Chris.
Young Thug and
so trigger warning. They gave us a trigger warning at the very beginning of the episode, and so she brings him over to her mama house, and we all know that her mother not only hates her daughter, but she also hates this nigga here.
Yeah.
She's not happy with people in her house, and she's definitely not happy with him here, because she was like, why are you here? And
the way they sprung him, because she didn't tell her mother he was coming over there.
She showed up with braids, and he was just giggling and high and shit, thinking shit is,
right, sweet. It's cute. And she's like, why the fuck are you in my house? Like, what are you doing here? I don't want to know you, nigga.
Right. And then she was like, you know what? Let's talk. So why was you in jail? Get to the rep, Mom.
Yeah.
Get to the rep.
She asked the hard-hitting questions. Because if you go be in my house.
Right. And he gives her some cockamamie excuse about how... First of all, I hate how, like, niggas tell you, like, half the story. Because he was only mentioning this last instance about parole violation or probation violation, not what initially got him there.
I was robbing drug dealers, and I was like, which,
right?
No.
Well, her mother said, and you stupid enough to believe that.
I'm gonna just keep that to myself. What I did last.
Well, let me say this: I don't believe him to be nobody's Robin Hood. You can rob drug dealers all you want, which might
he wasn't doing it for a Robin Hood way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't no Robin Hood way. It was, I know what these niggas got, and I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah. Remind me to send you this link to this web series called No Love Lost.
You love sending
me filmed, but it's actually good quality, and I feel like you would enjoy it. It's all filmed in Bed-Stuy.
Okay, well maybe we'll cover it.
No, we won't.
Okay.
It's something for you and your husband to enjoy on
Does it take place on Gates?
Yeah, it takes place everywhere. There's
Madison, Jefferson, Monroe.
Yeah, like one of the scenes is at that Mike Tyson gym on Lafayette and Malcolm X.
Yep.
They some of the shots were by where I used to live.
Okay.
Off of Lewis. So like, yeah, it's Bed-Stuy. Trust and believe, and you can tell when they're on Gates because of the lights.
And I used to laugh when they was on Power, when they used to be at the Quincy, at the Papi Bodega on Quincy. I was like, what y'all doing over here? They used to be all up and through New York, actually, when they was filming Power. They used to be in Meatpacking and Bed-Stuy.
That's where the club was, right? Right next to on 14th Street.
Yeah, by the Dos Caminos and all that. But anyway, so she called them two clowns short of a circus. I laughed. And then she kicks them out of her house.
Yes. And so a couple months later, she comes back and she's by herself, and she tells us that they broke up. I'm not going to go into the details, but they had a very intense domestic violence dispute where they fought for a very long time. And how she got away or got with it was she called 911 and she left the phone on.
Yeah, in her pocket.
In her pocket, so that, you know, after a while, the police will, you know, they will track and link and come to your aid. And he was charged with aggravated assault.
Yeah.
And so that sounds like he's not coming out for a very long time.
No, she has a restraining order against him. He's violating the restraining order by trying to contact her to get her to drop charges, and she just wishes she would have never gone down that path.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about this one, but I hope she gets the peace and healing she needs.
Yeah.
And that was it. So Ashley and Travis, Bobby Heenan with an I, and Budweiser.
Oh, Coors Light.
My note begins as, ugh.
Oh, mine. He's laying like a starfish.
Yeah, she's, you know, telling him to, their storyline was wild.
First of all, hold on. The opening was chaotic. It was like, so we're about to fuck. But then she's crying, of course. And then... Yeah. Where the fuck was the landlord? Did the nigga just roll up in the middle of the night? Anyway, continue.
Right. So, like... Yeah, like Jade said, and they were like, let me set the mood right. And then all of a sudden, Bobby the Brain Heenan gets a text. And I guess it's from the landlord. And cut to, she's like having like she's being exorcised like a demon or whatever. Yeah. And everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? Production doesn't know, whatever. She tells us off camera that the landlord says that he doesn't want a felon there. I thought she owned the house. That's
Me too. I thought she bought it.
So, number two, she says, well, the landlord's here often, knows who Travis is, and was like, well, be here. So why is all of a sudden he pulling, I don't want a landlord or whatever, or I don't want a felon in my house?
One of two things. You and the landlord was fucking, or you had one of those intrusive ass landlords who comes and does random walkthroughs and all types of invasive shit that they shouldn't be doing when somebody's renting a property from them. It's one or the other. Because why did it get to this level?
Right. Or he didn't want cameras in that house.
Or that. Or that.
So, minute by minute, moment by moment, she's spiraling. Like, she's cursing at production for no reason. And she's like, don't talk to them. And he's like, what do you mean? And then he tries to be like, fine, I'll do this. And she's like, you don't even know what you're talking about. And then he's like, you're right, I don't, because you won't tell me. But she finds solace in her dog.
Right. She's like, come on, baby. And I was like, oh, she's nuts.
Right. So I'm like, okay. Oh, so she is poor. Because what ends up happening is she tells us that, you know, she didn't really have money to move like that because they got to be out in 30 days. 15 days. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And they said the landlord came with the sheriff and tried sooner, but they had to give him the minimum 15 days.
Yeah. Damn. Which, golly. So, fast forward, all of a sudden, they having fun poolside at the Hyatt, and he's, you know, in a hotel room looking the way he does. Mm-hmm. He's never in clothes. It's so strange. So,
he didn't shirt on. He didn't shirt pants.
Oh yeah. But, anywho, they hightail it to Virginia. Mm-hmm. Virginia. Yes, because who knows what type part of Virginia they are.
They're in Manassas, which is... I know Manassas because I have a cousin who lives in Gainesville. So it's like... all right.
I know where
it's
Norfolk,
like Westchester.
Portsmouth,
It's like that's too far. It's like Westchester to New York City, or like Long Island to New York City. It's like that to the DMV. If for whatever god awful reason you want more Jade and XD, make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon.